Hey Lakers, if you have been waiting to make your schedule and you are an upcoming sophomore, so a current just finished ninth grade going into sophomore year, we're here to talk about instructions for scheduling. There will be future instructions for next year's freshman class, so current 8th graders in the next couple of weeks, just keep a lookout. In order to minimize confusion, please do not fill out the link attached to this video unless you are an upcoming 10th grader. So before you begin to schedule for your sophomore year, you need to know that our class schedule will be set up differently than it was last year. We were on a 4x4 block, which meant 4 classes before Christmas and 4 after, but next year we will be on what is called a modified block. That means that 1st and 2nd classes will run all year long, and then 3rd, 4th, and 5th will be blocks similar to what you've already had. Those 3 classes will end at Christmas, and then you'll get 3 new classes after Christmas. So those will still have 8 classes in the year. 2 will last year long, 3 will last till Christmas, 3 will be January to May. So 8 classes, 8 credits total. We will also be attaching to this information a Google form link. This form is the most important part of the scheduling process. You will submit the classes that you want, hopefully the periods that you want them in, and we'll go over what's on that Google form next. So the first thing you'll see is an image of class offerings. So it looks like this. These are the classes that we offer for your grade level that still have slots in them. So you may not see something that you wanted to take, and that may just mean that it's offered during a period that you wouldn't be able to take it, or it may already be filled up. So that's going to have all the names and numbers you need later. The second thing you'll see is a master schedule. This master schedule shows when everything is taught, and it's really important because you can see the periods that last all year, the blocks that end at Christmas, and then there'll be a second photograph attached that shows the blocks that are after Christmas. So what's really important is that you do not choose anything or 2 items from the same column. That means they're taught at the same time. So for example, you wouldn't want to choose web page development and vet science because they're both taught 4th. So this will really be helpful in getting you the classes that you want when you need to have them. Third is the registration sheet. This is a sheet we have always used in the past. You would hand fill it out, take it home, bring it back, and this is what we would use to schedule you with. So now, basically, the online form will take the place of this, but we have included it so that if you want to print it or just simply look at it, it will still be a good guide to let you know everything that you need for next year's classes. So lastly, under the registration sheet photo will be the actual form, the survey. So the first thing you'll be asked is to use your name, and please use your full name so that we can be sure to know who you are in case someone uses a middle name, a nickname, etc. Also, please provide at least 2 phone numbers so that if we need to get in touch with you, something were to fill up, or we had questions, that we can reach you. You'll list 1 class for each period or block, and then at the end, you will choose 3 alternate classes. Those are, in case the things you want fill up, things that you would still be satisfied to take. So please make sure you put at least 3 alternates and more if you have it. As a sophomore, please don't forget that you must take 4 core classes: English, Math, Science, and Social Studies, for fulfilling graduation requirements. For science, you can choose between biology and college prep biology, which would be a more rigorous version of biology. For social studies, you can choose between Social Studies 2 or CP Social Studies or College Prep Social Studies 2. And then, with our new schedule next year, your 2 year-long classes, 1st and 2nd, are already, in a sense, narrowed down for you. English and Math will be the 2 core classes that you take year-long. So for 1st and 2nd period, you will choose English 1st and Math 2nd, or vice versa. So for English, same as the other subjects, you can choose CP English 2 or regular English 2. And then for Math, you can choose Geometry or CP Geometry. So those 4 core are the things that you must sign up for. After that, you will have 4 electives to choose from. For example, if you did not take health and PE as a freshman, you would probably want to go ahead and get that signed up for your sophomore year and get that out of the way. Also, it would be great, we would really like it if you could choose 1 or 2 at least of your elective classes to be in your career major or your career pathway. So if agriculture if Mr. Lunsford's computer pathway, if marketing or a vocational class like auto or carpentry, if those are your pathways, it would be good for you to get 1 or 2 more of those classes under your belt to get, by the time you're a senior, to 4 classes in a career major. So those are some things you can choose, and then obviously there are other electives listed that are just simply electives that may not count toward a pathway, or you may not want them to count toward a pathway, but you just want to take them because of an interest that you have, such as art, choir, drama, band, things like that. Lastly, I want to make a note about vocational courses. They are labeled on the master schedule, and we've labeled what pathway they are. If you don't know what class you need to finish a pathway, Miss Roy at the Lake Cumberland Area Technology Center has been very open about reaching out to her and asking questions. We do work really closely, so if you have questions, you can always contact them. Another important note about vocational courses is if you don't see it listed on the master, that means that it's either not offered this year or it's already full. Almost all of our auto and carpentry classes are already full. They are very popular and seen as juniors and seniors have already scheduled. Most of those are full. Also, we would suggest that as sophomores, you choose no more than 1 vocational or Lake Cumberland Area Technology Center class per semester, because it's probably pretty unlikely to get more than 1 each semester. So as you're thinking about your electives, choose 1 if you'd like each semester from the Lake Cumberland Area Technology Center, and then 2 different ones that would be actually here in our building. So again, 2 tips. Do not write down classes you do not see on the master schedule, and try not to choose more than 1 Lake Cumberland Area Technology Center class per semester, or 2 total for the year. Once you've watched this video and once you have clicked on the form, we will start working through those in the order that we receive them. So that's why it's really important that we have a number to reach out to you in case we do need to talk to you, something fills up, or we have questions. We know that this is a totally different way of scheduling, and not being able to interact one-on-one is something that we regret and we wish we could do, but this is the next best thing, and we are here if you have questions and need help, and we will make the best of it, and we can't wait to see you next year.